Imagine waking up. Not in your bed, not in your city, but 2 million years ago. No houses. No fire. No language. Just endless wilderness, and predators watching you from the shadows. This was the world of the first humans. Fragile. Vulnerable. Hunted. Would you survive even a single day? The world was merciless. Giant crocodiles waded in rivers. Saber-toothed tigers prowled the plains. Even the night sky was a threat, filled with glowing eyes of creatures far stronger than us. Humans were not the top of the food chain. We were prey. Yet, against all odds, these fragile beings endured. With bare hands, sharp stones, and the power of unity, the first humans fought not only for survival, but for a chance to shape the destiny of the world. This is their story, the story of how we began. 2 million years ago, the earth was young and untamed. Africa, the birthplace of humanity, was not the land of safaris we know today, but a savage battlefield of survival. The sun burned mercilessly by day. Nights were freezing, filled with the growls of unseen hunters. To exist in this world was not to live, it was to endure. Every corner of the wilderness hid death. Saber-tooth cats, with fangs like daggers, could bring down creatures 10 times their size. Hyenas, monstrous bone-crushing giants, laughed in the darkness as they hunted in packs. And crocodiles longer than a car waded silently beneath the waters, ready to drag anything or anyone into their depths. And humans? We were small, frail, naked against the elements. No armor of scales, no clothes, no wings. We were meat, soft, slow meat. Every step outside the safety of tall grass was a gamble with death. But perhaps the cruelest enemy was hunger. To eat, humans had to risk everything. They were too weak to hunt large prey. Instead, they scavenged. They crept behind lions, waiting for the predators to leave. They fought vultures for scraps of meat. Each meal was stolen, each bite, a victory paid for with fear. And the world itself tested them. When the rains failed, rivers dried into cracked wastelands. When the storms came, lightning split the skies, and the ground shook with floods. The first humans fought not just beasts, but the fury of nature itself. Imagine closing your eyes at night, hearing the howls of predators circling your fragile shelter. Imagine waking each morning not knowing if you would see another sunset. This was not adventure. This was terror. And yet, through terror, came the spark of change. They were not the strongest. They were not the fastest. But they were something no other creature was: clever. In this merciless world, humans began to shape their destiny with the only weapon they had, the mind. The first tools were about to be born. In a world ruled by claws and fangs, the first humans were weak, until they discovered something no predator had ever known: a rock, broken in just the right way. This simple act changed everything. These sharp stones could cut through animal hides, slice meat, even break open bones to reach the precious marrow inside. For the first time, humans could take more than scraps. They had teeth made of stone. But tools were not given freely. Stones had to be chosen carefully, hard against hard, sharp edges chipped with patience. It was not easy. Many failed. But every success gave them an edge, a chance to survive another day. With tools, humans no longer had to wait. They could defend themselves. They could hunt smaller animals. A sharpened stick tipped with stone became a spear. And for the first time, humans fought back. But tools were more than weapons. They built shelters with. Tools gave them power. But more than that, they gave them confidence. A predator's roar was no longer certain death. Humans had found their first weapon, and with it, their destiny. Yet survival was not only about sharp edges. Night still brought terror. Cold still brought death. The first humans needed more than tools. They needed fire. For millions of years, night was humanity's greatest enemy. When the sun vanished, the world belonged to predators. Hyenas prowled. Lions hunted. Crocodiles waited at the water's edge. And in the darkness, protection, keeping predators at bay. It was power. The first true weapon that no claw, no fang, no beast could match. But fire gave even more. It cooked meat, unlocking more energy for the brain. Humans no longer wandered only in fear. They built shelters of wood, bone, and hide. For the first time, they claimed a piece of the world as their own. The wilderness still raged outside, but of the flames, it was the spark that lit the path to civilization. From helpless prey to masters of fire, the first humans had taken their greatest leap. But this was only the beginning, because once survival was secured, something even more powerful awoke: imagination. And with it, the dawn of humanity's true story. From fragile prey to masters of fire, humanity had taken its first great leap. No longer helpless in the dark, no longer silent in fear, they had claimed light, warmth, and safety. But fire was only the beginning. A greater revolution still waited, one that would forever change the destiny of our species. Because when humans learn not just to survive, but to shape the land itself, the world would never be the same again. This is the dawn of farming, and the next chapter of ancient survival.